Hey, how's it going, YouTube? J2H back here for another video. This one's been a long time coming. Can't even fit it all in frame. Let's get a little shoddy shot. Oh yeah, today we're doing the entire Infinity Saga MCU up through Phase 3 on 4K. Ton of them, 23 films, all in Ultra HD resolution, whatever you want to call it. Blah 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 blah. Let's get to it, man. There's 23 films. So let's get into the stack. I'll go in release order, and by phase, obviously. So first up, the original, the OG Iron Man. This being the Disney, I think they're called Anniversary Release Edition of the slipcover. Obviously, this is the first time on 4K. So not going to talk about each movie in detail. I'm just gonna, show you the good. That's what you guys want to see. What the cases look like, artwork. Is there, several discs, etc. So this is the first Iron Man. I got this from the Disney Movie Club. So there is your Blu-ray, and there is your 4K with the same artwork. And it is a simple 2-disc set. So, I've got to say, I know I said I won't talk much about every film, I might lie. I can't record too long, but I really enjoy the Iron Man films. And I can't tell you a single film in here that I don't like. There's just some I like better than others. And then, next up, the black sheep of the MCU, the Incredible Hulk on 4K. This one sticks out like a sore thumb because of the spine, which I'll show you later, which you saw a little bit, I'll show you later. Because everything about this movie sticks out. But it is in 4K. It's technically in the MCU, so I have to own it. I liked this movie too. I saw this in theaters, but back before I knew what the MCU was. I just wanted to see the new Hulk movie. This one being a Universal release. Oh, come on, focus. Universal. Way to F up everything, Universal. Just kidding. So, the Incredible Hulk. This was the Blu-ray with the green case. That was the artwork on that Blu-ray. And here's your 4K Ultra HD disc, which is essentially the same. So, 2 discs for the Incredible Hulk. Alright, next up, Iron Man 2, the first sequel, and several sequels, in the MCU. So, Iron Man 2, first time in 4K. This one I like Scarlett Johansson in this movie. And I'm a wrestling fan, so I like the wrestler, which means I like Mickey Rourke. I think I like this. Be careful. Don't chastise me. The best out of the Iron Man movies. I know this is some people's least favorite. I think they finally got it right with War Machine, which everyone knows because he keeps going on. And just Scarlett Johansson in this movie is great. War Machine looks dope. So, War Machine. Whiplash, my apologies. So, Iron Man 2. I will do a separate video on my rankings, simply because this video is going to be long enough as it is. I don't want to, it doesn't need to be an hour long. Actually my phone won't let it be more than 44 minutes. So, standard 2-disc, standard Disney disc, your Iron Man 2 disc. Again, same as the artwork. Are you sensing a pattern? Because I am. Alright, let's get some Thor action here. Thor. This looks cool. I like the way the colors look on this one. Chris Hemsworth, Natalie Portman, Anthony Hopkins. This is next up. Let's see. Oh, I didn't do the whole shiny AF. Look at that. Thor. Already at 4 minutes. I've done 4 movies, so I need to speed it up. Single disc. Typical Blu-ray, Disney Blu-ray, 2-disc set. I gotta say, I was a fan. I'm not a huge fan of the first 2 Thors. Or this movie, even. And I love Captain America. Captain America, the First Avenger. I think this is one of the first... Look at that. So shiny. I think this is one of the first ones available in 4K. Did I compare the artwork on that one? Oh, well, hopefully. Same artwork. I'm a perfectionist. I can't just not Bear with me. Same artwork. Okay, moving right along. Captain America, the First Avenger, as I bump the camera. Not so shiny on this one. Red Skull. Like I said, I love Captain America. I just couldn't get behind this one. This is one of my least favorite personally, and I love this character. But as I watch it, I tend to like it more and more every rewatch. Maybe it just grows on you. Standard Disney Blue, and then slipcase artwork. Yeah, we'll call it that. Next up, The Avengers and the Cap on Phase 1. Okay, again, first time on Ultra HD. And this one, my personal one, I have and I keep it in the same case, which some people might hate, but I need to keep it somewhere. Building a Cinematic Universe bonus disc. I have this. I think this came with, no idea what this came with. I bought the only at Target. Must have came with something you bought at Target. But I bought the Blu-ray off eBay, and it came with this. And when I sold the Blu-ray on eBay, I did not give them this. This is mine to keep, so I keep it in the back of the slip. Okay, that Avengers, an amazing film. I really like this. My least favorite Avengers film, but that's not saying much. Oh, I hate these things. There's your disc, and standard. Gosh, dang it. Standard Disney Blue, and then kind of the same artwork. Just it's essentially the exact same pictures. I never realized they covered Black Widow pretty hardcore. I might remove that sticker. Maybe move it to his hand. I don't know. I don't like to remove stickers. So, and realistically, all I do, and it stretches out the slip a little. But I mean, I need to put it somewhere. So that's my thing. That's not standard. So the Avengers. So right there, boom, Phase 1 out of the way. Only took 7 minutes. Now on to Phase 2 with the third and final Iron Man film. This one I don't think gets enough love. I don't understand why people tend to hate on this movie as much as they do. Now then again, it's one of the final MCU movies I watched. And I may have pirated it and watched it at a laundromat. But I liked this film, man. Like, I liked it. Obviously, I don't pirate anymore. I bought the 4K day one, I've moved on. Now that I can afford things, I'm not in college anymore. But I still like this movie. I kind of am excited to watch it in 4K. Drastical difference here, I think. Maybe because it's not gold. I like this better than the slip. The slip's gold and shiny, but that purple is like, is it purple or blue? I don't know, I'm a guy. It looks awesome. This one feels a little heavier. This might be a, nope, standard. Yep, standard Disney Blu-ray and slipcover artwork. Hope this isn't getting redundant as far as the slipcover artwork. It will change, I promise. Spoiler alert. Next up, the most shit upon MCU film, Thor: The Dark World. This was the last MCU film I watched. It took me until my first rewatch all the way through the month before Infinity War that I actually sat down and watched this. I don't think it's bad. It's just not definitely not the greatest MCU film. I think this is my least favorite, including the Bastard Hulk movie. So, same artwork, standard Disney Blue. Boom. So, let me know what you guys think of Dark World. I don't think it's a bad movie. I mean, it's good compared to the non-MCU Marvel films. Next up, a personal favorite of mine. I love this movie. I've seen this the most out of any of the MCU films. I have the comic book series this is loosely based off of. We got The Winter Soldier on 4K with the ultra shiny, look at that, ultra shiny slippity doodah. Start doing that, see if I can save some time. Not with this movie, because Bucky Barnes is the Mansky. Standard blue. Same artwork on the 4K. So, I love this movie. I love Civil War more, but these two are in the top 10. And the crazy thing is, I think the first Cap is in my bottom 5. Like, they drastically changed the way they do Cap movies, and I loved it for the better, I would think. Next up, oh, man, so many good movies. Guardians of the Galaxy. I tend to like the second one better, but this is still amazing. I'm so glad this got a 4K. Well, then again, they all did. I mean, not surprised. Watched this one in the theaters. Again, before I knew what the MCU was. Just kind of, this looks like a good movie. So, there's your front and back. Get my fat fingers out of the way. This one's purple. The other one must have been blue. This one's purple. It's purple with like a shiny purple. I think this was one of the later ones to be released on 4K. This came with Ant-Man and Doctor Strange and that wave the same day as Far From Home even. And my Disney order took forever. So same with the Avengers, the same shots, but different artwork, you could say. Next up, the second Avengers movie, Age of Ultron. Are they covering someone's face? They're covering half of Nick Fury's face. Maybe I should take these stickies off. So, again, shiny artwork. This one's a silver/gold. So the way they released these was, the way I purchased them, we'll get to it later, because I'll show you specific examples. So, Age of Ultron. Dang it. Classic Disney disc. Blah, blah, blah. Age of Ultron. Again, different cover art, but kind of the same. Yeah, they covered up Hawkeye. WT, man. So, WTF, I mean. Age of Ultron. I like Age of Ultron better than Avengers. Like, I think it goes... Yeah, for me, it goes the opposite of release order. So, it goes Endgame, of Infinity War, Ultron, and then regular Avengers. I love James Spader as Ultron. Next up, Ant-Man, the final film in Phase 2, featuring Paul Rudd, Evangeline Lilly. This one's got a... I don't think this one's... Damn, man. I don't think this one's very shine. Oh, yeah. Oh, look at that shine. Saw this one in theaters as well. I think from now on. Yeah, everything after... Damn. Winter Soldier was the last one I didn't see in theaters. So, Guardians on through I saw in theaters. That's crazy. I didn't even realize that. So, Ant-Man on 4K. Oh, did I show you the back? There you go. Same cover art. Classic Disney blue. I always check because some of these are 2 discs. That's what I'm doing. And because I like my discs vertical. So, I liked this one a lot. I think this one is A, much better than its sequel. And B, I thought it was funny, man. Like, this is a really funny... This one's in my... You gotta check out that ranking video. I'm pretty sure this one's in the top 10. Hopefully I shoot the ranking video closer together than I did this one and getting them in the mail. Alright, now my favorite solo character MCU film. Captain America Civil War. Love this movie. I watched this twice in theaters. I've watched this on 4K. I watched it 3 times on Blu-ray. Once on Netflix. Like, love this movie. Love, love, love this movie. I like the idea of heel or villain Captain America. For whatever reason, I just do. So when he's fighting Iron Man, you know, I was all for it. You know, screaming like, get him, Cap, fuck him up, kill him. But that's just me personally. Oh, and so I watched these out of order. So I watched Civil War. So the spoiler alert, hopefully you've seen these. When Cap shoved the shield down into Iron Man, I hadn't yet watched Iron Man 3. So he shoves his shield down and hits Iron Man in the, whatever the fuck you want to call it. And I'm like, oh, he killed him. Like, oh no. And I didn't realize why he didn't die. And then I watched Iron Man 3 like weeks later. I was like, oh, well, kind of ruins it for me. I thought Cap straight up cold murdered him. But if you couldn't tell, same artwork. A little darker, but same artwork. In amazing 4K. Next up, Doctor Strange, the last one to feature the 10-year anniversary slipcovers, the last one to be released on 4K. Doctor Strange on 4K. I said 4K a lot there. Oh, there we go again. Liked this film. Saw it in theaters. Not my favorite. I gotta say, it's decently low. I know I have a buddy who loves this film, but it's just, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not bad. It's, I'm not even saying it's not great. It's just, I think it's great. It's just compared to all of the rest of them, Doctor Strange, standard blue, standard Disney blue. Boom, Doctor Strange. I think Benedict Cumberbatch did a great job. All right, next up, these were released originally on 4K when they were released initially to home video. So these all have separate slipcovers. Did I mention Ant-Man was the last of Phase 2? So Civil War, Doctor Strange have been Phase 3, which is the longest phase by far. So Guardians 2 with the slipcover, which is, I think, kind of rare. I didn't get the poster, so that tells you anything. I think this is the second printing. There was no poster with mine. Love this movie. I like it much. No, I wouldn't say much. I like it better than the first one, which, again, is controversial. Not a lot of people feel that way. But I just tend to love this movie, man. There was some themes of fatherhood and other things that made me quite emotional, man. And I've since watched this now that I have my my baby, my newborn son. And yeah, it hits you twice as hard when you actually have a baby there sitting there. Like Baby Groot. I haven't named my cat, he was just in here, Groot, after this film. That's how much I love this. So, they're going back to the snappy cases like the Blu-rays. So, standard Marvel Disney Blue. And for the most part, same same cover art, disc art. Throwing a lot of words at you guys. Oh, we're only at 16. I'm not doing horrible. All right, Emma, let me in the comments. Next up is another, not black sheep, but it throws the whole stack off. Spider-Man: Homecoming, which is a Sony release, so the spines don't quite line up, but Spider-Man: Homecoming, which is I think it's a good film. But I think, again, in comparison to the rest of the MCU films, it's towards the bottom for me, guys. I'm not saying I don't like it. I actually really like this film. I watched it in theaters once or twice, but we got a lot of crap in here. Ooh, look at that beautiful 4K logo. Might have to keep that one. Download the official app. This stuff I'm going to keep in there. So, standard, or not standard, same exact discs, which is nothing like the cover art, because it's Sony, not Disney, so they can do what they want. So let's put these back in there. That's why it was a little heavier. I was like, man, is this one a 3-disc? 'Tis not. So, anyway. Next up, Thor Ragnarok. My wife's favorite, probably for that guy. Good movie, really funny. I don't remember what else I was gonna say. Oh, and this one's basically like Hulk 1.5 or Hulk 2. So you get some nice Hulk in this one. I think I watched this one twice in theaters because it was quite funny, man. I liked it. So you got Thor Ragnarok, typical Marvel Disney Blue, Thor Ragnarok right there. So, yeah, same cover artwork. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe that doesn't change. Well, I wasn't, because Homecoming was a little different. So, did I show the back? There you go. All right, next up, the award winner. You got Black Panther. I like this film. Is it my favorite? No. Is it in my top 5? No. I don't even know if it's in my top 10. It's good, though. It's very good. Quite good. The post-credit scene is amazing. But that's because I'm a Bucky Barnes fan. Hold on. My paper's a little... There you go. Okay. So, gosh dang it. Typical Marvel blue. Marvel / Disney blue, and ooh, some different cover art. Look at that. Spoiler alert, it's the same as the back. So, didn't go far from the cookie cutter there, Disney, Marvel. Okay, next up. Oh man, I love this film too. Avengers Infinity War. Now this was the first 4K, my first 4K period, my first Marvel 4K, and the first of these MCU films. And what I was talking about earlier is as far as waves, they released these. So they released Guardians 2 on up on 4K on their initial release. And then on these, they released Avengers 1, 2, and 3 all at the same time on 4K from the Disney Club, and just in general in normal stores. So I bought Avengers 1, 2, and 3 all at the same time. And then they released Cap 1, like by itself, I believe. And then the next release was Iron Man, no, Cap 2 and 3, I believe, were by themselves, and they were next. And then the next wave, so there's several waves. The Avengers, Cap 1, Cap 2 and 3, Iron Man 1, 2, 3, Thor 1 and 2, and then it was Doctor Strange, Guardians, and Ant-Man. So they released them weirdly, and I think I can't remember with Universal, they released some point, at some point, Marvel. Anyone want these? There's so many of them. They're not codes, they're just join the DMC, which I am, so I don't get that. But, what was I saying before I got interrupted? Yeah, they released Hulk at some point on 4K, I'm not sure. So classic Disney Blue is your 4K disc with totally different artwork. Told you I wasn't lying. Nowhere on the case or anything. Awesome. Love this movie so much. I'm glad it has a normal artwork. I like this artwork a lot, and I'm glad it's not just the Solo. I don't know if you've seen it, but the Solo Thanos image, like if you have it digitally, that's what that looks like. So, pretty cool there. Love this movie a lot. Look at that shine. All those embossed characters. Such a good film. It was going to be hard to top, but they did. So, next up, Ant-Man and the Wasp here on 4K with the lenticular slipcover. Not a big fan of this movie. I think this one is in the bottom 5. I just didn't think it was nearly as funny as the first one. Not to say it's not good. Again, I've said this a million times. It's just not a fan. I like the ending, but there you go, even more. I don't know why I don't take these out when I open them the first time. Ant-Man and the Wasp, typical blah, blah, blah. We got the same cover artwork. Yep. So, kind of. It's a lentic, but there you go. All right, next up, Captain Marvel. This one was good. I think this one is probably about as middle as it gets as far as the ranking system. But I really liked this one, Captain Marvel. I actually got this one early because of the Disney Movie Club. I got this on the Saturday before it came out, so pretty cool. Again, classic, same disc. You're always going to see. I don't think that the only thing I think the 2 Spider-Man films and the Hulk, the only ones with different blues. And then, yeah, so different artwork, kind of. Spoiler alert, once again, it's on the back. So, not much effort, I would say, for cover art, but who cares? The films are great. And all of the slips look awesome. I love them on 4K. Next up, easily my favorite MCU film, Endgame. Ah, man, I've seen this so many times. I watched this 3 times in theaters and once since I've gotten it on home video. Which, if you know anything about me, is crazy. 3 films is the max I've ever seen a film in the theaters. And it's a tie between this and Force Awakens. So, it's a prestigious honor. Look at that. Oh, so cool. But this one's probably been seen to death. I'm sure everyone has done a review of this and unboxing, etc. You didn't come here for Endgame. So, this one I can feel. Am I wrong again? God damn. Oh, no, I'm not. Hold on. There we go. Hold on. So, you got bonus material on a Blu-ray. Again, a Marvel classic, blue-ass, bland. You got the regular film on Blu-ray. And then you got different artwork on the 4K disc right there. So, this one's nowhere on the slip, just like Infinity War. So, that's pretty sweet. Then again, I don't think they could jam all the characters onto one disc, even if they tried. All right. Making great time. Let's go to the final film in the MCU, not in the MCU, in Phase 3, final film, oops, on my foot there, in the Infinity Saga, Spider-Man Far From Home, again, from Sony. No Endgame for Spidey, blah, blah, blah. Far From Home, I liked this film a lot. Now, the spine, again, throws everything off. They even have the rating on the spine, which is weird, but that's because the back is nothingness. So I love this slip, and I'm so thankful for this slip because the artwork is brutal. I'm not a huge fan of that at all, but I'm a fan of the film, and I've actually just rewatched this the Sunday before I'm filming this. So 2 discs, but 2 very different cover artworks, or disc arts, that are not on either side of the slip. So pretty cool. Sony doesn't do a very bad job with 4Ks. I like what they did with both of their Spider-Man movies. So, you know what? What are we at? 26. Should I do yeah, I'm still gonna do a separate ranking because I want to be able to talk about all the films and why I put them in the order I did. So, hold on. All right, there we go. Look at that. Look at all of those films. Boom. Up through Far From Home. See if I can get them sideways. I don't know if I have anything for bookends, though. Hold on. There you have it, y'all. Look at that. Every MCU film, from Iron Man to Far From Home, the entire Infinity Saga on 4K. Let me try to balance this and take a... Boom. Some screenshot action. So, see what I mean about the spines, though? Look at Hulk. You know, just doesn't fit in. Guardians, I mean, I understand that's when they started releasing them, and, you know, so they had no idea what they're doing with the spines. But look at Far From Home. The altered HD's down here, and it's just the only one with a character way up here, and they go back to normal. And then Spider-Man, where if you look, the fucking rating on the bottom and stuff. So, yeah. Anyway, awesome. Love these movies. I'm very into the MCU. I've watched it more times than often. And with having 23 films, I'm always in the mood for like one of them. I struggle all the time with like, I should watch this movie today. And I'm like, nah, there's so many other movies to watch and to rewatch. But I always come back to like, man, I could go for some like Iron Man 3 today. Or like, nah, today I want to watch Black Panther. Or like, dude, Guardians 2 or the first Guardians. Like, I can't not watch these all the time. So I have a problem and I know it. But so yeah, there you have it. There is the entire MCU. Phase 1 ends right here for a visual. And then Phase 2 ends right here. And then this is Phase 3. So several more in Phase 3. I'm pretty sure it's like half. But that's the films. Please give me a like and a subscribe if you liked this. If not, that's fine, don't subscribe. But feel free to like, and hopefully you watch to the end. Let me know your thoughts on the MCU. Leave me your rankings if you wish, but I will do a separate rankings video. But let me know which one's your favorite, you know. Talk about some of my favorites. Like, I love to talk Winter Soldier, not right there. Civil War, you know, some of the least favorites like Thor 2, Iron Man 3, which I like. So, yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to, oh, never mind. I was going to say, I have a Blu-ray version of this if you want to, you know, compare and contrast. I think it's only these films and it's on Blu-ray. It's my highest viewed video of all time at like 31,000 views. So let's try to get this one up there. Let's try to beat it, y'all. This is the MCU Phase 1, 2, and 3, all on 4K. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. Hopefully you sat through the all half hour. Like I said, like, share, subscribe. We got all of my links in the description if you want to follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Blu-ray.com, my eBay page, my TV time. So much stuff. Thank you so much for watching. And I'll catch you later, YouTube.